Hi guys, I'm here with Adam Vincent, animator at Rocksteady. We're playing Batman Arkham City today. So, proud of it?
Yeah, really proud of it. I think we've made a masterpiece, but I don't want to blow my own trumpet too much. I mean, we've spent 2.5 long and quite long nights as well, like working on this game, and we're really pleased with what we've managed to pull out of those 2.5 years, and it's all accumulating on the 21st of October when we released the game, so we're all hyped about it.
Yeah, so we're playing as Catwoman here. I mean, I've heard, here for about 10% of the game as Catwoman, is that right?
Yeah, so Catwoman's got about 10% of the main story. She's also available in the challenge rooms though, that's both combat and also the silent predator rooms as well. And as you can see, she's got quite a unique fighting style.
She does have an arm. I mean, was it always a decision to have Catwoman in from the start of the sequel? Was that always you wanted Catwoman this time? Was there a big? Did you get an outcry for it after the first game? Was people wanting Catwoman in the game, or was that?
The thing is every single fan always wants to have their favourite characters in the game, and as it is, we're always getting people, why can't we get this guy? And it's like we can't put everybody in the game. We've got to cut it somewhere, And as it is, we've already announced a lot of characters that are in the game. There's more that we're not going to talk about, and so there's more secrets to be had. Catwoman was kind of a natural decision in terms of how else can we introduce a new character who will be quite unique. And her combat system is very unique to Batman. She's got her own gadgets. She's got a whip, which is a main kind of sort of weapon that she uses. So by kind of introducing her to the game, we can kind of go down a different route, if you like. So it's kind of a nice, it kind of marries up nicely with Batman.
Yeah, I mean, speaking about a different route, I mean, obviously the tone of the last game was really claustrophobic, panic-stricken. Obviously with a larger open area, it might be, quite difficult to get that same kind of tone. So, is there a slightly different tone to this game? Is it, as it's more open world, or have you done a lot to keep it in that sort of really claustrophobic?
Yeah, well, I mean, actually, an interesting point about the claustrophobic kind of vibe of the first game is actually when you're on street level. So when you're sort of on street level where the thugs are, and you're looking up, it does really kind of tower over you. I mean, these are really gothic buildings, and we kind of spend a lot of time on the kind of artwork of the game, really trying to make it feel like a dirty, gritty part of Gotham City. So that's still in there. I mean, you also got the added sort of sense of all these other characters trying to kind of have their say in the game. You've got Two-Face, Riddler, and also Penguin. Two-Face, Penguin, and Joker, who are trying to kind of vie for control in the game. And so you've got these guys are always trying to get sort of areas, and you're always going to come across these guys in particular are Two-Face thugs. And then you've got the other thing of it being a city which is kind of controlled, and you can't escape it. So that again, you've got another sort of sense of claustrophobic, evil intent, I guess, there as well.
Yeah. On the subject obviously of the villains, as well as the main guys, you've got quite a lot of other sort of secondary villains in the game. Who was the most fun for you guys to design yourselves? What was the most exciting one to do?
For me personally, well, I actually animated Solomon Grundy, so he was an interesting one for me because I didn't really know much about him before.
Yeah,
and I think that's pretty true for quite a lot of people. He's kind of comes with this nursery rhyme. So I spent a lot of time animating him. So he was kind of cool to me. At the end of the day, he's a massive undead kind of creature. So it's kind of cool to sort of animate something like that, which is kind of quite different than what you might expect in a Batman universe. So that's pretty cool. And I think it's pretty unique in the game as well. So it's cool. But there's tons of characters in the game. I mean, there are endless numbers I could have chosen.
Yeah, I mean, and the trailers that you've done as well have really showed off great aspects of the characters and the way the story is really big in this game. I mean, was that a big thing you wanted to do? Get really sort of cinematic looking trailers, especially with the quality of the Nolan films coming out. You guys are doing trailers about it. Probably any other scenery.
Well, yeah, I mean, we really want to sell the game, and to be honest, you don't have to show too much of it to kind of get the idea of what these characters are about. And all of these characters have such long history about them. So, you can show Two-Face, you can show Catwoman, and it kind of sells some part of the story. I think it's also intriguing for a lot of people because they see a part of this story and they go, you know, how does this actually work out in game? How do you meet Two-Face? You know, and it's actually one of the parts we're showing in the demo we got here. But you know, there's all the other characters, Penguin for example. How does he really tie in? And you know, we're showing some of these characters in the trailers and they're kind of really punchy. But when the story kind of runs parallel to it, then you kind of get the whole picture.
Yeah, I mean. Last time obviously in the previous game we had the Riddler challenges as well. You know, they were sort of, you know, just sort of finding things out and different parts of the, you know, the areas and things. But this time the Riddler's more sort of story oriented. He's got more sort of, you have more interaction with him personally, and he's actually going to interact with characters.
Yeah. So one thing we're promising players is the ability to actually fight. Well, at least get your hands around the neck of Riddler anyway, which is something I think people have wanted to do for a while. And it's going to be he's got not only these trophies, these Riddler trophies that you can collect, and there's about over 400 of those. It's a massive that's a massive undertaking with itself. But also you've got these sort of Riddler hostage rooms that he has as well. And he's going to be he's got these hostages in there. And you've got to use like a mix of brains, brawn, and your like gadgetry, your sort of all your abilities basically you can accumulate in those rooms to try and save these hostages as well.
I mean, yeah, you talked earlier about challenge rooms. Robin's playing one of the challenges as well.
Yeah, so Robin is an exclusive game in the UK, and he's got his own unique combat system as well. He's got his own gadgets. So he's available in the challenge rooms, so the combat rooms and the predator rooms only. But he's got his own maps that are related to that, which you can play as any of the characters in those maps, so Catwoman and Batman as well. And like I say, he's got his own kind of flavour as well. It feels different to Batman's combat.
Yeah. I mean, you said he's in the challenge, the combat rooms and the predator rooms only. Are there other types of challenge rooms in the game now as well as those two?
No, we still kept with those. We still think those are the best. You know, they bring the best kind of qualities of Batman. He's kind of got like his kind of like stealthy kind of motion where he sort of picks on the prey, if you like, you know, in the kind of sort of in the shadows and the darkness, kind of sweeping down. And that's a really cool aspect of Batman, and we really wanted to kind of play with that again. And also the combat, you know, it's great fun. Sort of laying justice to all these thugs as well.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the game, I guess, is going to be quite considerably longer than the previous one. How long do you reckon the campaign's actually going to plug in?
Well, the main storyline, depending on how quick you are, we're talking about sort of 15 hours plus. If you want to do that and a side story, we're talking 20 hours plus. If you want to do 100% of the game, we're talking 40 hours plus. So it's a massive ramp up each time. But yeah, like I say, 100%. That means all 400 odd Riddler trophies. That means all the side missions. And then on top, once you've done all that, you can go back again and do New Game Plus, which is something we introduced or announced a few weeks ago, which is a system where you can go back and do the same challenge again, but this time the challenge is really ramped up. You don't have any counter icons on any of the characters. The combinations of thugs are a lot more difficult from the get-go, but you do start with all the gadgets that you unlocked and the XP that you unlocked from the previous playthrough. So that makes that kind of like a nice challenge anyway. And then also on top of that, if there wasn't enough already, you've got the combat rooms, you've got the combat and the predator rooms as well. You can upload your scores to online leaderboards and you know, challenge your friends and stuff. So there's a lot in the game.
I mean, obviously into the future a little bit. I mean, is there any plans for DLC? Maybe if you did have plans for DLC, is that going to see any more villains brought into the game, or will it just be a continuation of this story?
Well, at the moment we're just focusing on Batman Arkham City. Just for the moment, we're so close to finishing it all, and as soon as that's done, we'll have a nice break. We're all absolutely gagging for a rest, and then once that's done, we'll come back and I'm sure there'll be talks and stuff. But for the meantime, it's just all about Batman and trying to get this out the door on the 21st.
Yeah, we can't wait for it to all about.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah, there we go. Batman Arkham City. So yeah, thanks a lot for talking to us.
No worries.
Can't wait for the game. Now we're going to go play it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.